I kindly him. Not to forget the access road. What the hell does it have to do with you? My family is building a house. You don't need to worry about it. Mind your own damn business. Stop sticking your nose in. But when I started building, he refused to let me break ground. I wasn't about to indulge him either. So I turned around and dug up my entire foundation and turned it into a fish pond for raising fish. My family and Mark Carter's family had been neighbors for 3 generations. Back when the homestead plots were divided, there was no access road between our homes. Grandpa Miller took the initiative and went to discuss it with Grandpa Carter. Each family would give up 2 meters of homestead land to leave a 4-meter wide access road. But after the Carter family finished building, the access road was only 3 meters wide. The Carter family had only given up 1 meter. Grandpa Miller went to confront them. Grandpa Carter turned hostile and denied everything. Faced with shameless people like that, Grandpa Miller went to the village, the town, even the local police. But he ran himself ragged and got nowhere. A verbal agreement has no legal force. Morality, in front of people with no shame, is not worth crap. That bitter humiliation had weighed on my family for 30 whole years. Now Mark Carter was getting married. To build him a 2-story house, Frank Carter expanded the foundation outward by another meter. The 3-meter road was cut down to 2, and those 2 meters were entirely on my family's homestead plot. I kindly reminded them, with this new house of yours, did you forget to leave an access road? Isn't there a road right here? A 2-meter wide road. Isn't that enough for you to walk through? So, what you mean is, your family is not leaving any access at all. And the whole road has to come from my land. Why are you so petty? Why nitpick so much between neighbors? The road is right here. If we use it now, and then, are we going to wear it away? Mark Carter's sheer entitlement completely set me off. It is my family's road. Why should I let you use it? My family is building a house. Whether we leave an access road is my business. What the hell does it have to do with you? Who the hell do you think you are? Mind your own damn business. He pointed right at my nose and roared, spittle nearly spraying my face. Whether your family leaves an access road has nothing to do with me. But these last 2 meters of road are on my family's homestead plot. You are not using them. No chance. Whether I can use it or not is not for you to decide. The law says the only passage between neighboring homes cannot be privately seized by anyone. I was stunned. That shameless old bastard actually had the nerve to quote legal clauses at me. Frank Carter, you've gone too far. Robert Miller, you had better watch what you say. Back then, your father had no conscience. He promised to leave 2 meters for the access road, but your family only left 1. Your family has used this road for 30 years. Now you are even more shameless than your father. You are not leaving any access at all. These 2 meters of access road belong to my family. You want to use it? Not a chance. The watching villagers slowly gathered around. They whispered among themselves. They are arguing again. This time, Frank Carter really did not leave any access at all. Robert Miller, keep your mouth clean. Whoever agreed to leave 2 meters, don't push your luck. Your father went to the village council, then to the town authorities, and even called in the local police. Did any of them say a word? Frank Carter said it, just to rub it in. Back then, for this very issue, Grandpa Miller nearly ran himself ragged. On the issue of leaving an access road, Frank Carter's family had broken no law and violated no rights. At most, what they did was immoral. But morality is not something the police can enforce. That was why the Carter family dared to be so brazen. Robert Miller, if you are not afraid of jail, go ahead and wall it off. This road is now the only access road for both our families. You have no right to stop me from using it. With a homestead plot, you only have use rights. You do not have exclusive ownership rights. I don't care about your damn law talk. If you dare set foot on it, I'll fight you with everything I've got. That humiliation, buried for 30 years, could not, no matter what, be held down today. Robert Miller, what century are you living in? Who still settles things by acting tough? I am using this road, no matter what. Let's see what you can do about it. The Carter father and son were sure they had already won. The two of them played off each other, watching us like we were the village joke. Dad, don't get angry. I am here. This access road, I will win it back for you. He was still furious. I was afraid he would lose control and swing first. These days, no matter the reason, whoever throws the first punch takes full responsibility. Getting hauled into the station over this would not be worth it at all. Jason Miller, stop acting like some big shot. You have no money. You have no people behind you. What exactly are you going to win with? My youngest brother is a law student. If this goes to court, you have even less of a chance. Over the years, Mark Carter had done pretty well for himself. He partnered with others, bought trucks, and hauled construction waste, along with demolition debris. He could pull in over 200,000 yuan a year. I ignored the gossip around me. I took out my phone and called the police first. Then, I called over the village council members too. You called the police and the village council over here for what? My family may not be leaving an access road, but we have not taken your homestead plot, and we have not occupied public land either. Even if you called God himself over here, it still would not touch my family. Mark Carter's words were harsh to hear, but every one of them had legal ground. The Carter family had expanded another meter outward, but, in the end, they were still building on their own homestead plot. They had not crossed the boundary. The police arrived. The result was exactly the same as in Grandpa Miller's day. No laws had been broken. No regulations had been violated. Jason Miller. Looks to me like you have no real plan either. The police and the village council are all here, and they still have not done a thing to my family. The Carter family had won again, they thought. It would be just like 30 years ago. After this, the whole matter would simply fade away. The Miller family is finished. 3 generations of them, each one more spineless than the last. Go back to work. I will handle this myself. Dad clearly did not approve of the way I handled it. He was choking down a belly full of rage, but he could not take it out on me. Dad, do not rush this. I said I would win it back for you, and I will win it back. These days, everything comes down to the law. Right now, the Carter family is not breaking it, and they know the law well. If you force it and cut off this road, you will not gain anything. You will only drag yourself down with them. I patiently tried to talk Dad down, but his face stayed dark. I quickly shot Mom a look. Listen, dear. You should listen to Jason. Jason knows what he is doing. He will not let you down. Dad, what I am going to win back for you this time is not just these 2 meters of road. For Grandpa Miller, for you, and for our family, I will take back the dignity we lost over these 30 years. When Grandpa Miller passed, he was still muttering about this road. When Dad heard me say that, his eyes reddened at once. To deal with the Carter family, we had to do it in one strike, and make them behave for good. We could not give them a single chance to breathe. After that, Mark Carter's family openly took over that road. Their yard was plenty wide, yet they insisted on piling building materials on the access road. Sand and cement went wherever they pleased. They treated it even more casually than their own yard. They even parked the cement mixer right in the middle of the road. On the day they raised the main beam, they set the banquet tables right on the access road. The villagers, who came for the banquet, stood there gossiping about my family without a care. 3 generations, all of them spineless cowards. And that coward son of his. What good did college do him? He is complete trash. The access road lay just beyond our wall. Those words drifted straight into our yard. Mom was so angry she secretly wiped away tears. Only I knew the time had not come yet. I was waiting until the Carter family had no way out at all. Waiting until they could no longer turn back. More than that, Mark Carter acted like a victorious gladiator, boasting about it all over the village, in the countryside. Land is dignity. If a family's land gets taken by someone else, it means they have lost face completely. So, everyone in the village said Dad was even more useless than Grandpa Miller. After our family moved out, Mark Carter's family treated that road as if it belonged to them. Once their house was renovated, they started fixing up that access road. They laid down a slag base, then paved it with asphalt. Why are you back? This is our own home. Are we not even allowed to come back now? Good timing, actually. When I fixed this road, you are not home. Now that you are back, we can split the cost. Materials and labor came to over 20,000. Your family can just give me 10,000. The moment he said that, my parents immediately started arguing with them. You fixed our road for no reason, and now you want us to pay. Do not even think about taking advantage of us. Frank Carter, what right do you have to make us pay? This road was ours to begin with. The Millers are no match for Frank Carter. Exactly. Why make such a fuss? If they paid that money, they might as well drop dead from shame. When I heard that, I laughed on the spot. No matter how you count it, this road could not have cost more than 10,000. Yet Mark Carter had the nerve to demand 10,000 from me. Who told you to fix my family's road? Did you get my permission? That road used to be full of potholes. When it rained, It turned to mud. You could barely walk on it. Look how smooth I made it now. I will ask you again. Who gave you the right to repair my family's road without permission? Did I allow it? It is the shared access road for both families. I fixed it. What are you going to do about it? Do not act innocent after taking advantage. I am giving you 3 days to restore it to how it was. Otherwise, I will sue you for unauthorized damage to someone else's land. Call your brother yourself and ask what the consequences are. Fine. I will drop the road money. A road is meant to be used. I will not argue over every little thing with you. The Miller boy finally grew a spine. The next day, I spread the word through the village. My family was going to build a new house. The news quickly reached the Carter family. In 5 days, their family would be holding the wedding. For me to build a house right then, anyone would think I was deliberately targeting the Carter family. Jason Miller. Get out here. What is this supposed to mean? I am getting married in 5 days, and now you want to build a house. You are doing this to mess with me, aren't you? What the hell does my building a house have to do with you? Jason Miller. I cannot stop you from building a house, but you absolutely cannot touch this road during the wedding. If anything goes wrong because of this road, do not blame me for what happens. Mark Carter, stop running your mouth. If you have the guts, come at me. Let me see exactly what you are going to do. In front of everyone. I left Mark Carter with no graceful way out. At that point, only a fight could save his pride. But he could not beat me. When we were kids, we used to scrap every few days. Mark Carter never won once. Mark, do not be reckless. He's provoking you on purpose. If you get into trouble now, how are you supposed to get married? Frank Carter stepped in to break it up, which basically gave Mark Carter a way to back down. Over the next few days, whenever Mark Carter saw me, he did not dare make a damn sound. As soon as I stepped outside, the Carter family would follow me out. They were terrified I would do something to that road. Too bad they had it figured all wrong. If I had wanted to make a move on the access road, I would have done it long ago. Why would I wait until now? This time, I was going to hit them with something big. I stayed up until around 4 in the morning. Then, I made a call. 6 excavators were parked in a neat line between the 2 houses, right in the passageway. They blocked the only access road between the 2 families, so tightly, nothing could get through. Even turning sideways against the wall, it was hard to squeeze through. Whose excavators are these? There are so many of them. When did they get parked here? Hurry up and get someone to move them. Jason Miller. Jason Miller must have done this. Knock on his door, now, and make him move the excavators. The Carter family started pounding wildly on my door. I had been busy all night. For this exact moment, 7 or 8 people crowded outside my house, hammering hard on the door. I acted like I did not hear a thing. I had surveillance cameras installed. If they dared smash the door, I would sue them for every penny I could get. He will not come out. Then break the door down. I think he is just pretending. No, we cannot break it. His house has cameras. With this many of us here, if we smash that door, it could be treated as gang-related intimidation. Then no one will be able to save you. Both nearby villages were practically watching the show. To get a better view, people even went all the way around to the opposite bank of the river. Good grief. I tell you that Robert Miller, he is ruthless. The Carter family's wedding today probably is not happening. Mark, you go pick up the bride first. We will handle things here. If you do not leave now, it will be too late. After that, the Carter wedding party moved like lizards, slowly edging out along the wall. Jason Miller. Get someone to move these excavators right now. If you ruin my brother's wedding, I will kill you. What do these excavators have to do with me? They are not mine. Who do you think you are fooling? There are only 2 families here. If it was not you, who else could it be? My family's getting ready to build a house. The construction crew must have driven them over. Stop talking nonsense. If you tear your house down, is your family going to live under a bridge? For that tiny bit of land you have, do you really need this many excavators? Hey, do not start making wild claims. I contracted the house project out. How would I know how many excavators they would bring? I shifted all the blame away. My whole point was simple. This matter had nothing to do with me. Robert Miller, get out here right now. If you delay my son's wedding today, I will not let this go. Since gentle talk could not move me, Frank Carter had no choice but to step in himself. How can you say that? The excavators are not mine. How am I supposed to move them? Hey, call the police. You blocked off the only access road for both families without permission. That is illegal. There is a saying, revenge is a dish best served cold. The Carter family brought this on themselves. They bullied 3 generations of that family. Now it is finally their turn. Ah, officer. My family has a wedding today. He used all these excavators to block the access road. He's clearly making trouble for my family on purpose. Fine. I will get someone to move them right away. They can be here in 20 minutes. Relief washed over the Carter family's faces. But in the end, they waited for more than an hour, and still, no one showed up. Jason Miller was taking revenge. Back then, Grandpa Miller called the police, and still got nothing back. Now the Carter family had called the police, and even the excavators had not been moved. Whoever was supposed to move them was just playing them for fools. Jason, just ease up. Don't ruin a wedding. If you can help it, let them hold the celebration first. I laughed from sheer anger. When the Carter family bullied my grandfather back then, why did no one step out to stop them? Frank, you should apologize first. Robert, about this matter, I really was in the wrong. We have known each other since we were kids. B, the bigger man. Village chief, what are you saying? These excavators belong to someone else. Are you saying we are deliberately making trouble for the Carter family? Robert Miller. Your whole family had better watch yourselves. Once I finish this wedding, I will not be done with you. Tell Mark to come in through front Brook Hollow. Set up the scaffold frames in the yard, and let them cross over the bridge. Right. Build the bridge quickly. Crossing a bridge can even bring good luck. From now on, when they hit water, they will build a bridge. When they hit a mountain, they will cut a road. This young couple's life is bound to be rich and blessed. In less than half an hour, a temporary bridge made from mobile scaffolding had been put together and was ready to use. Mark Carter carried his bride onto the makeshift bridge. After only a few steps, one side of the scaffolding began to tilt. Mark Carter was carrying his bride, with the bride's younger brother right behind him. The river mud was soft and loose. The weight was uneven on both sides. The scaffolding tilted to one side. All 7 people on the bridge fell into the river. All hell broke loose on the bank, but no one jumped in to save them right away. After that whole disaster, there was not a trace of celebration left. The bride and the others nearly froze to death. Uncle, I am not going through with this wedding. Who falls into a river at their own wedding? I want to go home. Both sides were on the verge of blows. They could not leave, even if they wanted to. The excavators were still blocking the road, and the moment they started fighting, I had already taken my parents and left. Discretion is the better part of valor. I stayed ahead of the danger. Mark Carter's wedding was completely dead. The bride's family made one demand: either buy an apartment in town, or the marriage was off. Of course, Frank Carter refused when he heard that. Where was he supposed to get that much money? The two families later ended up in court. Frank Carter demanded the bride's family repay every expense. The total came to $280,000. 30 years of pent-up rage finally lifted completely in that moment. For justice the law could not reach. I found my own way to reclaim justice. What are you doing? Who told you to dig? I did. This is illegal. This road between our two families is the only access road. It is a shared passage. If you dig it up now, you are cutting off my family's way out. In the eyes of the law, that is illegal. I am digging on my own homestead plot. What law am I breaking? Do not try to scare me. This road is indeed the only access route for both families, but your family destroyed it first. I have all the evidence. If we go to court, do you really think you can win? Who is this? You dare lay a hand on Victor Hayes' brother? You must have a death wish. Mr. Hayes, what brings you here? I am partners with your brother-in-law. The earthwork on your construction sites, I handled a lot of it. Jason Miller wants to dig a fish pond here, so I came to take a look. When they heard I meant to dig a fish pond, not block the road, the Carter family felt as if the sky was falling. A fish pond. You are digging a fish pond? Isn't that cutting off my family's last way out? You absolutely cannot do this. This road is my family's only access route. If you dig it up, we will have no way in or out. You deserve it. When your family built that house, you did not leave even a bit of access. Now you know what it means to have no road. Who can you blame? If it were up to me, I would have thrown a little punk like you into the river to feed the fish long ago. Mr. Miller, my family was wrong about this. However you want to settle it, I will agree. Whether you want money or land, I will give it to you. Just please, do not dig up this road. Both of my family's houses are here. If you dig it up, they are ruined. Mr. Hayes, when can the digging be finished? Stop standing around. Start digging, now. If this is not finished today, no one is going home. Frank, if you knew it would end like this, you should have thought of that before. You brought all of this on yourself. I am digging on my own homestead plot. First, it is not illegal. Second, It violates no one's rights. Frank Carter was reminded, again, what it meant to have no one left to turn to, and have no one answer. What goes around, comes around. Frank Carter deserved every bit of it. Hearing the mockery all around him, Frank Carter passed out from sheer rage. He spent 3 days in the hospital. Frank Carter had no choice but to keep using a bridge, taking the route through Front Brook Hollow. But after a while, the people of Front Brook Hollow stopped letting him pass. Their reason was that building a bridge there brought bad luck to their homes. Frank Carter argued with them, but he had no ground to stand on. His family had to tear the bridge down. With no other choice, Frank Carter could only demolish one room of the house to make an access route. The 3 rooms closest to the access route were supposed to be Mark Carter's new marital suite, but now one of them had been torn down. I want the 3 inner rooms. Give the outside ones to Kevin Carter. Of course, Kevin Carter refused. Why should you get all the good ones? The 2 brothers came to blows over it. Frank Carter had already passed out once over the access road mess. This time, seeing his 2 sons fight made him even angrier than before. In that burst of fury, he collapsed, struck down by a stroke. Luckily, they found him in time. His life was not in danger, but he was left partially paralyzed. He was too clever by half, and ruined by his own schemes. 30 years of bullying bought him a lifetime of misery. This was the way out they had earned.